Hello and welcome everybody to the Immaterial Gamers podcast.
The Immaterial Gamers.
The Immaterial Gamers podcast, episode 176. 176 episodes, Ryan. What the hell?
I I don't know what the hell's going on, man. It's just
100
w-
weekly.
let-
Weekly.
let's yeah. Let's just say it. We're fucking stubborn.
Yeah. Even when it looks like we're going to fail, we still find a way to get it in.
Yeah, we are the Jurassic Park of podcasts.
Well, the whole reason this went live is because we were starting to struggle to get people on. So we decided to start doing it the day of, or the day before it released, technically, but
Yeah,
the last day of post processing.
indeed.
But yeah, hello everybody. This is Terry and Ryan from
Hello.
the Immaterial Gamers team, and
Yo.
we
Oh, what has been
will.
going on?
There's. It's been a crazy Christmas.
Yeah,
Too much,
closer it gets to Christmas, the weirder it gets.
too much shopping, too much everything.
Oh, don't even get me started about Christmas shopping. Went on Saturday and oh my god.
Any riots?
Well, no riots. No anti-vaxxers clogging up the place. Um, there was a situation where nice invisible bottle, by the way, that's cool. Um, yeah, it was a situation where I was able to get a lot of Christmas shopping out of the way with Martin's sister before Martin had managed to leave the shop or leave a shop. I'm sort of being coded just in case. Because I know what's going on, Martin knows what's going on, but
Oh yeah, you don't want to take the chance that they
hmm
find out what their
I mean,
gifts
they,
are.
they kind of they know the shop. I'm not explaining what's happened inside the shop. So, but yeah, they were in there for about an hour and 10 minutes while we managed to check the rest of the shopping center out. Well, at least good 2/3 of the shopping center. So that was fun. Um, turns out people really want those items, which is just hilarious. But
Everybody wants all
yeah,
the items.
all the items, absolutely. So yeah, but that being said, now, for me at least, it's done. Just
Yeah, I
gotta
think I'm
wrap them up.
just about done. I got a few things left to pick up, but
Yeah.
pretty much done.
Oh yes, Martin has to brave Stockport on Thursday. He got everything but one present because the place that he needed to go to doesn't have a shop in Manchester. So he has
Where
to
is he
go
trying to
like a
shop?
I kind of gotta be sort of coded, but let's just say where shiny things are.
Oh, shiny.
Ah, okay, there we go. That's where I got it. It's no, it's a jewelry shop, but that
Ah,
particular brand of jewelry shop was not available there.
okay.
So so he either has to go to another shopping centre, the Trafford Centre. You've been there when you came to Blighty those years ago, um, or Stockport. Stockport's probably the least infuriating of the two options when
Yeah.
coming to Christmas. Yeah, not by much, Martin says, but close call. But yeah, other than that, yeah, that's great. We'll have to see what we're going to end up doing for the Christmas podcast, mind as well, because I mean, a Christmas falls on a Saturday, but generally we usually pre-record Christmas podcasts.
Yeah, I won't even be around for it, so I'll be in.
No, so
So it'll probably have to get pre-recorded because I'll be
yeah,
in Mississauga for Christmas.
I'll be getting my booster shot, so I really don't want to be on the situation of trying to do a live podcast
Yeah, so
on
we'll
Monday.
worry about that then.
Yeah, yeah, we still got like another week and a half for that, but yeah. Um. Anyway, that's me just rambling for a few minutes before we end up into our regular segments.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll move on to our regular segment of what's been
Played,
played.
played, 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 played.
um, we'll start with me because I'm on the left and I'm trying to have a brain fart of what I've played this week.
Hold
um,
on, you're trying to have a brain fart.
no, I'm trying to think while having a
Ah,
brain fart. Is what? See, I told
yeah,
you,
that
it's just constant. Um, but yeah, basically, what I've played this week is mostly League of Legends. Mostly started playing a Minecraft. I think I talked about that last week. Me and Stefan started playing a Minecraft. We didn't get very far last week. We still haven't got very far because I haven't had any time with Christmas and
fine.
everything coming up. It's just been
Yeah,
hell. I haven't
I mean,
even
look what you've had to decorate, man. It's just
look at the
yeah, you had
nice
to get the
pretty fireplace back here. And the creepy face coming through the background there for a second. The house is haunted.
jump scare.
But yeah, it's been busy couple weeks,
Mm.
and yeah, I mostly been playing around at Space Engineers a little bit, and haven't played Space Engineers since last week, so I can't really talk about that one.
Mm.
It's funny because last week's podcast happened so late that it's basically the same as this week's for me because I haven't had like I came home yesterday from work after that last podcast pretty much. I've been at work since.
Oh,
So really all I've had to play was some League of Legends yesterday. I've played a few games and a very very minor touch of Space Engineers last night while I was still half asleep.
no,
So,
fair enough. Well, at least, I mean, I guess I can at least pick it up somewhere, can't I?
yeah,
Into what's being played. Well, if anyone was around at the end of the evening, or like at the beginning of the evening today, I finally completed League of Legends. Sorry, Ruined King: A League of Legends Story. Get the full title right, Ryan. Dear God. As I tweeted out afterwards, 35.7 hours, 19 streams, and the story of Ruined King is complete. Nearly got my ass
you've
kicked.
completed it. Are you 100%
Yes,
complete?
100% story completion.
100% story completion. Wow.
Yeah. So there's only like a couple of like little bits that I missed. So a couple of pieces of the lore that I didn't find, and there was like a little area of the map that didn't sort itself out for me. But yeah, as for the story and basically the main bits that I consider part of it, which is all the legendary weapons, all done, all done. I mean, it helps that that Ruin King plays like Airship Syndicate, who made the game. It plays like Battle Chasers Night War, similar sort of game. Turn-based RPG, legendary weapons, level cap of 30. Level caps. That's a thing that doesn't usually happen in single-player RPGs anymore, or at least not a level cap like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say level caps really seem to come into play in multiplayer because you usually have to get to max level.
Yeah.
Like they have levels for certain tasks,
hmm
but
But they
single player
definitely,
games they
definitely,
don't usually.
yeah. I mean, well, I got to think it's sort of the last sort of situation, last one that I've had that had a level cap that wasn't going to get anywhere near at the time was Megaten
Pokemon,
Shin Megami Tensei 3.
Pokemon.
No, no. Where I thought like a lot of like single player level RPG level caps are usually like 99. The level cap for SMT3 is 255,
That sounds more
and
like a hex limit.
it is a bit of a hex thing. But you know, if you get yourself to 255 and still can't complete the game, that's a problem. Especially because of how more tactical SMT games like them and Persona operate. They're more like mini puzzles as opposed to sort of your traditional RPGs. So you can't always just brute force it because you'll just get absolutely punished. But Ruin King was not that sort of case. There's still a lot of tactical stuff in it. I kicked the ass of the Ruin King at his 90,000 health. Um,
90,000 health.
yeah, and his three phases of combat, and yeah, really enjoyed it. And like the main shame for it was that this game should have come out before the Ruin King event in League of Legends proper, because it explains a lot. and I'm sort of in my head of just wondering whether it destroyed, whether it made the visual novel event worse, or if it could have actually just brought it up to make it a little bit, tolerable. Okay.
Apparently, Stefan has a question for me.
Yeah. So
And
yeah,
hi,
and
Drew.
Drew's here as well. So hello. That's the benefits of coming into a live podcast is that
Yes.
you can ask questions
What is das
if you
question,
wish.
Stefan?
Yes. Stefan has a question. It's probably why can I not get on the server?
Probably.
Uh oh, what? He wants
Oh.
a photo of you on a ladder.
Well, the ladder's put away now,
Sapphire said no.
so it's too late for that now.
Well, what is this? This is classic. Mum said no. Ask Dad territory though, isn't it?
It sounds about
Because
right
that's
for Stefan.
Sapphire. She said no. Fuck off. And so it's like, oh no, Mum said I can't do it. Dad. To which Terry goes, ask you, Mum.
Yeah, pretty much.
Uh, but yeah, so that's Ruin King. I have also braved the braved the storm of the Q counter in Final Fantasy XIV Online Endwalker, and I've made some progress.
You've made some
Oh,
progress.
some progress, yeah. Level 82, the level cap's 90. The best times I can seem to play Endwalker at the moment are on a Saturday morning or a Friday evening. Because anything else during the week is just queues of 5 to 6,000 people, all having the same idea I have.
Yeah,
And
that's what Danny
um,
basically said. He's like, I don't even try anymore.
yeah, it's just like, I mean, that being said, you get to like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, and the queues from 5,000 people end up just going down to a queue of 20 or no queue at all, which is nice. But, doesn't really do much else. But yeah, enjoying it. I like the quality of life changes to my class. I play a bard or archer. The bards are archers that
That's weird.
can also use their bows as musical instruments. Don't worry too much
Is it?
about it. I mean,
Is it like a harp?
It's Final Fantasy.
Is it like a harp
Um,
with one string?
in a sense, yeah. In a sense, yeah.
Weird.
Some of the like the archer bows do just kit out into like a lute. So that's the thing. But yeah, no, enjoying it so far. The story's pretty cool. I don't want to spoil too much of the story. A lot of people do like the the story, the main scenario quest progression through the game, and you know characters can die or be changed in big ways, and people just like it. The way that Final Fantasy deals with it compared to something like World of Warcraft is like they put the story front and center. I mean, World of Warcraft used to put the story front and center, and they put their abuse allegations front and center.
What the
Goodbye,
fuck,
Terry.
Blizzard?
Second.
What the fuck,
Oh,
Blizzard? Yeah.
yeah. So but yeah, enjoying that so far, and we'll get to what the fuck Blizzard. I've not still not made a 30-minute
I've
social
been
for it
thinking
yet.
about it, but I know as soon as we do, it's gonna
Mm,
disappear.
Yeah, there'll be nothing else left.
Or Blizzard will
Oh
start
dear.
knocking on our door.
Yeah. Oh god. I prefer for Blizzard not to knock on the door.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, obviously, I'm not going to use the Blizzard logo. No, that'd be stupid. But you know. So I haven't got the link for this. I mean, I think it's unless there's anything else, it's news time now, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we're moving on to the news because I can't think of anything else.
Yeah. Of course, Steph would want them to knock on my door. Just
Maybe they'll
ridiculous.
bring a
So
big one. Maybe they'll bring one of those oversized checks. Say, hey, you've been bringing us money. Here's an oversized check.
yeah, now you can use it in the legal case that we're now going to be putting on your ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ridiculous. So before I actually get onto the news piece I want to talk about, I can't find the link anymore because it happened during the Game Awards.
Okay.
Um, and as I know you and Steph sort of briefly touched on, Jeff Keighley, the host of the Game Awards, basically, deciding, oh yeah, no, we're just going to act as if there's been no abuse allegations going on in the games industry, and we're not going to talk about it. Oh wait, you want me to talk about it? All right, fine, fine. I will not mention Activision at any point through this Game Awards, other than the awards. It's like, okay, okay, yeah, fair enough. Maybe a little bit too late. Discussions of Activision members on the thing. Cyberpunk got one. I didn't get the one they wanted.
It didn't get the
I'll
one
give
that I
you that.
wanted.
No, they want the one that they wanted was, well, there was two. Game of the Year, which not a chance. But the other one that they went for is best RPG. And it lost. And
Yeah,
it lost out to what I definitely thought was the best RPG of this year. The game that me and Stefan both played, and I also played on stream, Tales of Arise. Woo!
Tales of Arise is a good one.
RPGs, JRPGs. God, Tales of games are so good. They definitely need to be there. What award did Cyberpunk get then, Stefan? Because I haven't got the foggiest one. Best music design, best most improved. Which, I mean, to be honest, you're down at the bottom. The only way is up. All right, thank you. So Steph's gonna find that out. I mean, I could have done it myself, but so news has come. But the news piece that I didn't see, or that I couldn't find, it was on Kotaku, and it was basically Jeff Keighley briefly mentions abuse in the games industry. It's underwhelming. Was like the headline or something like that. He, I know it's probably not his intent. He is a big games person, but he is also a big business person, and I know that,
Who
and
is?
that's the sort of thing. But his sort of announcement. Uh, Hold on.
Are we still talking about what's this? I can't remember his name
Jeff
now.
Keighley in the Game Awards. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you had moved on to somebody else. I was like, wait a minute, did I miss something?
No,
Sorry about
I'm just trying to see
that.
if I can find his. Ah, here we go. The statement. I can actually put it. Uh, I will place it into the news channel, and you can put it in the source if you wish.
All right.
So I'll just do that. There we go. So it's the bottom one. Um, yeah. So going to Kotaku, the headline is Jeff Keighley opens Game Awards with disappointing vagueness.
Disappointing vagueness.
So, so he did, say that the games industry needs to deal with these, abuse allegations and blah blah blah. But then, and he being vague about misconduct at Activision Blizzard, never called them out by name, just ignored them completely. And I can understand that bit. It's just like, don't want to provide, you know, companies with stuff at the biggest game awards ceremony of the year for the games industry. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We might joke about it all much, but the Game Awards is the Oscars of the gaming industry. It's just how it is. But he quote, games creators need to be supported by the companies that employ them. I think we all agree with that. We should not and will not tolerate any abuse, harassment, or predatory practice by anyone, including our online communities. Now, if I didn't know any better and, read that, what he's intentionally or otherwise done is said the games industry, like gamers, are at fault for the abuse that is being found in the games industry.
Yeah.
Which,
Which, yeah.
like I say, I don't think it's intentional, but anyone could read it that way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Um, but then he did open. There is there's an online harassment hotline that he asked for monies to go to for people to donate and stuff like that. So that's what it just reads to me that he wasn't prepared to feel that he needed to talk about the state of the games industry
Stefan
during
has found it.
his own award. Ah, okay. I'll just take a small break before I carry on with my soapbox moment. And the award that Cyberpunk 2077 won was, drum roll please, Oh, it didn't.
Oh. So it
So they
didn't win anything. It got in
no,
last
so they
for
they they
everything
they
it was
got the
in.
award for also participated in
Yeah.
every category it was put in.
They got the participation award for every category.
The "You Tried" award. I mean, next year there may be an award that just says "Overwhelmingly Negative to Overwhelmingly Positive on Steam" award. Well,
Uh,
I wouldn't say overwhelmingly positive, maybe just positive. But, yeah, so they didn't actually win any awards. I thought that was a little bit off. Um, but yeah, so like I say, it just comes down to the thing of it probably won the CG Project Red Game of CG Project Red's Year award. Just to answer that Steph said, I'm sure I saw something saying it won something. But you know, if we find anything else, if Steph finds anything else out during the podcast, we'll mention it. But
we'll
yeah,
let you know.
I think yeah, Jeff Keighley's obviously just decided he or just messed up there. Like I said, I don't think he intentionally goes and wants to go. No, guys, please stop! Please stop looking at the abuse and harassment. Look at the games. Will somebody think about the games? The games. But yeah, it didn't come out
The
very well.
games. Yeah.
So that's that, and that leads on to the truest what the fuck Blizzard moment of the past week.
What has been going on with Blizzard? I haven't actually
Oh
kept
wow.
up with them.
So
I
there
guess I've
is
just been
the
kind of
link
crazy.
for you. There is another Kotaku article actually, the one
I
called
see it.
Activision exec to organising workers. Please don't unionize. Oh dear, bad to
So
worse.
this is what the fuck Blizzard. Oh, I grabbed. How the hell did I get Kotaku? Oh, okay, I see. Ignore the
Like
Kotaku at the end of the link.
yeah. Well, we know it's from Kotaku at that point anyway. But
Yeah,
yeah, there was. I saw this on the Twitter sphere because I follow people who do keep up with abuse in the games industry as a thing. Um, an email was sent out to all employees at Activision Blizzard by, well, written by Brian Bulato or Bulateo.
Bulateo,
Um,
Buladio.
yeah, yeah, probably written by Bobby Kotick under his name. Got to be careful on that. Look, we're just going on the idea that the last massive email that basically said "Don't fuck with us" didn't come from the person who wrote it
Yeah,
or
pretty
who
much.
said they wrote it. So but yeah. So at this point,
Oh,
right, ah. So Steph said regarding the cyberpunk thing, I found it. It wasn't that they won, but it was something. It was something was wrong. Funniest thing is cyberpunk doesn't even refer to itself as an RPG anymore, and says it's in the action adventure game. So that just says to me it was shoehorned in by the Game Awards to think that people would actually vote for it.
pretty
And the
much.
answers, yeah, and the answers no. There were four much better RPGs there. I mean, having a look at the list, they were there: Tales of Arise, Monster Hunter Rise, SMT5, which, to be fair, had only just come out 2 days before it got nominated in the Game Awards, but it's a good game
Good
still.
game.
And then there was another one I've forgotten. What was there? Oh, Scarlet Nexus. Yes, thank you, Stefan,
Scarlet
as well.
Nexus. Another
Yeah,
game that I haven't heard of.
which is also another good game. If you've got Game Pass, you should give it a shot. It's on there.
Sapphire has it. I
Um,
don't,
well,
and
then
I
in
don't
that
use
case, you
hers.
just oh well, that's a shame. So anyway, this email was written out in a response to Activision Blizzard staff basically deciding enough's enough, and they were going to do two things. They were going to strike, and before doing that, so they could legitimately strike, unionize, which has obviously put Activision in the oh dear God, please don't, please don't, please don't.
Please do, please
And
do, please do.
but yeah, we'll just do the big thing in bold because it was bold when he was writing on this. But he basically talks about yeah, there we go. So it was leaked by senior test analyst Jessica Gonzalez, who is part of also part of the what is it called? A Better Activision Blizzard, the
Okay.
like the Twitter group that they do on that. But yeah, in bold, he's talking about like the Communications Workers of America Union that they all want to join, and he's in bold. I want to be clear about this. The leadership of Activision Blizzard supports your right under the National Labor Relations Act to make your own decision about whether or not to join a union. But then it's basically later down the line has just said, just once you sign that document, you'll have signed over the union to the exclusive right to represent you. Well, duh.
That's
That's
kind of
why
the
they're
point.
fucking doing it.
It's
You
kind of the
know,
point, guys.
yeah. But it basically comes aligned to it's basically stop. Don't join the union. We'll sort it out. Promise. They haven't done since when did this all start? It was summer, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely in the summer.
The summer of this year. They've had half a year, and that half a year they've spent denying it happened.
Almost entirely just denying it that either that it happened or that they had any involvement in it.
Hmm.
That's been the whole thing. Deny
Yeah,
that it happened or deny that you have an involvement in it.
yeah, and then go. Oh no, we're working to get this sorted. We are honest. Look, we've hired a woman to lead the company. Yeah, tick that box. Oh wait. Oh, you want her to be paid the same as the man that she shares the same position with? No, no, don't be stupid. Oh wait, she's leaving, and she's called us out on it. Oh fuck. Uh, don't unionize, please.
Yeah,
And that's basically the catch up of what's happened very recently.
don't unionize. I like
So
my job.
yeah. So oh, Steph says my work don't like unions. Yeah, well, that's a UK thing. That's like the Conservative Party over here.
Well,
Union busted. They don't want that shit.
my industry's not allowed to unionize.
Why?
If the trucking industry ever unionizes, it can shut down the economy.
Okay, yeah, that. Mm,
It's actually against the law in all of North America, probably all the way around the world, for the trucking industry to unionize. Like, you know how like the electricians can have a union,
mm,
um, like different trades can have a union. Well, my trade cannot because we could literally shut down the economy and
mm,
nobody could get their essential work. Like nobody could get anything essential. Um, certain companies have unions. So like my company itself could technically have a union if they
right, but
wanted to protect our truck drivers, but that would only affect our company, which would end up putting our company out of business if our trucks ever went on strike, so they won't do it.
I
Like
get you.
if the truckers union of Challenger, which is the company I work for, decided, "Oh, all the truckers are going to go on strike because they want more money." The company would literally go bankrupt in days or weeks because that's the whole way of it getting money is those trucks
Mm,
rolling down the road. If they stop rolling down the road, they've paid these contracts, which usually have late fees. And if all the loads are no longer, any more loads are being delivered, and now they're paying late fees for these loads, they're in negative money pretty
yeah,
quick.
things can go fuck up quite quickly.
Yeah.
Steph makes a point over here. It is a little sort of different. If you are a company, you can unionize. It's just
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, technically,
not
Challenger
how it
could
is.
have a union for the truck drivers. It would be an internal
Mm,
union, not like in Ontario, we have the electricians union, which is all electricians can sign up to be part of that union to equal out pay and equalize a lot of like safety features and stuff like that. Like, so it's all grouped into one category kind of thing. It's not a
yeah,
union for the company, it's a union for the province.
got you.
they still work at
Okay,
different companies, but they have a union rep at each of those companies. Depending on, like, obviously the company can opt in or out of that union,
mm,
but a lot of like if you have your electrician's trade, unless you're working on your own, you're probably going to not join a company that's not in that union because that union's going to take care of you.
yeah,
But if you're yourself, your own little small company, then um, then you can have your own electrician's company, but then you have to still abide by the laws, like the safety laws that they have in place as well. But you
mm,
don't have to go by their pay structures and other structures that they have. That's the only thing you can get out of.
right. I get you.
But
Steph concurs on that one as
yes,
well.
but like I
Uh,
said, for the trucking industry, there is no bulk union kind of thing. Yeah, that's like Drew
ah,
just said. Most companies don't want unions because management can't get away with as much, and
yeah.
basically the union will basically get the employees too much money and end up in the long run it hurts the company, but it also keeps the morale of the employees up, which helps the company.
Mm.
So it's
You know,
it's a careful it's a tightrope that they have to
yeah.
walk.
Oh well, yeah. I was about to say, you know what usually keeps employees happy, and management that actually gives a shit about the employees.
Yeah, that takes care of their employees.
Yeah, and that usually works. You don't have to unionize, and you don't have to have the threat of unionization if the situation was right in the first place.
Yeah,
So, there's some business there. We usually try and keep like business and finance with Duncan as a separate thing, but we need to get Duncan in on this at some point.
yeah.
Maybe that's where we do the pre-recorded Christmas one. Try and get as many people as we can just to
Talk business.
join yeah, and
We'll get Duncan
do
to talk
stuff.
business.
Yeah, maybe I'll just set up a couple of like mini games or something like that that I used to do on some of the older vodcasts or vidcasts.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get on that. Right, let's move on with some more news then.
Are we getting
We
out
were
of the
talking
what the
about the
fuck
queues.
blizzards?
Yeah, that's what the fuck Blizzard for today,
Is this the
for this
PC
week.
Gamer Game Pass? No.
Fanbite, right at the top of the news. Steph put it in because of
Oh, okay.
the issues. But now we're learning a little bit more about sort of why the server issues for Final Fantasy are there. Um, so according to this Fanbite article, um, big old Naoki Yoshida, big director of Final Fantasy 14, basically just turned around and said, "Well, actually, these are just messages," but they still continue. So there were still issues with what was called the Error 2002 issue, which was just getting disconnected from the server while queuing.
So you're
Means
in
it's
a
kicking you
queue,
out of
you
the
get disconnected, and you have to start over.
yeah.
That's
Sometimes it would keep your place in the queue. Other times it wouldn't.
that's
But
annoying.
that's sort of been fixed mostly now.
Mostly.
Um, Part of the update that Yoshida talked about was world zone outages. Certain areas would just drop and disconnect, which was all fun. And then a particular little error that it apparently caused error 9002 and 9006, which was being kicked in the middle of a cutscene, which is annoying.
And then I'm assuming you have to wait in queue again.
Oh yeah, yeah. Then you'd end up in the queue and possibly try and experience error 2002 again. Um, Part of that
Oh.
recently though, there was a hotfix that has sort of reduced.
He hasn't
You
been
know
paying
why it's
attention
not
to
saying?
chat. We started a
Because
union.
the Immaterial Gamers Union. Oh,
Yeah.
why do you why
You're
do
a
you form a
tyrant.
union?
Look, Stefan said you're a tyrant.
I'm a type. Oh, you cheeky.
We did it underneath his nose and everything, right in front of his face.
Even Martin's getting on it now. He's saying he feels oppressed by our rulers.
Yep.
Hardly, hardly. Well,
There we
currently
go.
at the moment, the ruler is an AI. We shouldn't mention the AI. Don't want to. So we'll talk about that near the end of the podcast. Don't worry about it. No, no, Perky, please, no, don't, no, no, yeah,
Perky's coming after you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, you stop calling him the darkest of angers. No, no, you can't say that about Steph either.
Oh, he's got beefs with Steph.
No, no, he didn't name it as the 113th sword. It's Manamuni for a start. You, sometimes it's really tough having to
He's
sort
a
of deal with
learning
it.
AI. Give him a break. He's still learning. He's getting better.
Yeah,
He has some typos in his script.
yeah. I
Manamuni,
prefer.
Masamune.
To be fair, I prefer if he didn't start sitting there and laying into individual members of Immaterial Gamers. To be honest, but
Oh, he's gonna be the next part of the union. He's gonna be the union
uh,
rep.
why does he need a union?
No, he's gonna be the union rep.
I really prefer not. Oh, stuff saying bring
Yeah,
it, you AI.
he's
Well,
gonna fight that
well,
AI.
well. He's wanting everyone. Okay, we'll take a little break in the news at the moment. That we're setting up our. He's taking over from Ryan. Oh, not if I can bloody help it. Um, yeah, we're getting prepared. We're doing our little call outs for the rest of the Immaterial Gamers to join in with our
League of
prediction competition that
Legends.
happens during League of Legends tournaments, the Immaterial Gamers Fantasy League. Um, this year, there'll be probably like a teaser video coming up closer to the time. Um, last season we had, or Terry had set up a couple of scripts for a couple of bots that we codenamed Pinky and Perky. Pinky was the coin flip bot, and so would just take every what was it, every objective, and just toss a coin for one of the two teams. Perky was a learning bot, and so the more information that it had, the more accurate its predictions would try to be based off previous form of teams throughout the season.
Yeah, it goes
And
off
we
its. It
sorry,
goes
go on.
off how they've been scoring that season. The
Hmm.
first, I think the first 2 weeks I do it so that it uses last season's scores.
Yeah.
Just because it will have nothing to go by, it would be purely random the first week. So I try to go by the last, um, the last season's scores, and then after the first 2 weeks, I only use this season's scores.
Mm. So you can take its like prior form and like pre-season nerves or whatever, and then it gets that information and just tries to go a little bit forward. And we'd set it up.
Hi, Stefan.
At,
Stefan's face is
wow.
on the
Oh yeah, because you
podcast.
yeah because
I did it right in the middle.
wow. Oh, Steph's not messing around this year. Now that what we're doing is we put those bots to the side and just let them have their own little competition. Not this year. They're joining us.
Woo!
So there is the potential that not one human wins the fantasy league this year
Well, technically,
because it could go to a bot.
didn't they end up winning last year?
Um,
I can't
when
remember
we
if I
just had
put
it,
them
yeah,
in. I can't remember if I put votes in for the last two sections though.
no, they didn't. They didn't take part in that. So if we did it based off the regular season, the regular split alone, um, Perky definitely would have won.
Yeah, that's going to be hard for me to figure out. Is I got to figure out how I'm going to make them do those last selections because the last
Mm,
ones are a little bit more different. They have uh they require the
yeah, it's tough
scores,
to
like
say.
how many
Yeah,
times they win out of 5.
yeah. You got a little bit
So
of time to figure it out, I guess. I mean, the
yeah,
season doesn't start until the 14th of January, so still a month to go yet. But yeah,
31
we just had that.
days.
Yeah, but we just had that in there. But I kind of like messed with the Immaterial Gamers by making Perky Bot a character, and officially, well, technically for at least the Fantasy League, Perky is now part of the Immaterial Gamers. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Perky's a real boy.
Oh God, is a bot named after a singing pig? It's just madness. Right. Anyway, now that we've just sort of moved on, you don't mess with us. You didn't mess with us. He's taken over. Well,
He's
Perky
inside your
probably
head.
have to.
You
Yeah,
are now run by Perky AI.
he's living rent free inside my head. I'll just say that. Oh no, you shut up. Anyway, right. I did send a private message to to Terry this evening and just like basically said I've jumped the shark in terms of my mental state now, haven't I? Just like,
Yeah.
I am now both part of Immaterial Gamers and the AI destined to try and take down Immaterial Game. Oh dear. Right. So yeah. Oh, so those server issues with Final Fantasy, by the way, like I said, a lot of those have been fixed. But the queues are going to be there for the foreseeable future due to issues obtaining the parts required to build servers.
Oh, so they actually have their own servers. They don't rent
Hmm.
server hosts.
No, no. So they're wanting to buy servers because they know that the popularity is there and is looking like it's going to be staying there for
What
the
I don't
foreseeable future.
understand
So
is why don't they temporarily rent servers? They're gonna lose so much people just from frustration.
yeah,
Like they could rent servers temporarily till they get the servers to handle it, or just about handle it at least.
Perky, get out of his head. I've taken over the one you call
Oh
Stefan's
dear.
account to stop his negativity against Perky. Oh dear God,
Stefan account? The one you call Stefan
Stefan's.
account?
I mean, I think maybe he takes over
Oh,
the
he's
sort of
taking over
personality
his,
of the person as he
or maybe he's just taking over
works,
his
which is why.
Twitch.
I mean, like you said, he's a learning AI. Uh,
Yeah. That's okay. Elon
learning.
Musk wants to put chips inside our head.
Elon Musk is apparently Time Person of the Year for 2021.
He's what
How the
person?
fuck did that happen? Time Magazine's
Is he?
Person of the Year. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Right, PC.
Honestly, I have nothing
Well,
bad to say against Elon Musk.
I don't know. He did name his child after a chemical equation. So
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Oh, I guess. Right, PC gamer. So
PC
Xbox
gamer.
Game Pass for PC. We've been doing that. I'm going to be take down all the MT. Dear God, Perky's gone
I
mad. We need to
think I got to work on his code though. It's got a lot of grammar issues in
mm,
it.
grammatical errors. So anyway, yeah, Xbox Game Pass for PC has a new name. It was announced during the Game Awards. It will now be called PC Game Pass.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. I, I love the tweet that the PC Game Pass account just said. It's just like we heard a rumor that we're changing our logo and name. That rumor is true, and yeah, that's just what it is. I guess it
This
does. Yeah,
rumor is
it
true.
makes sense. Yeah, I mean Xbox Game Pass for PC just wasn't. I was created to take you all down, not to speak. Well,
That kind of makes
unfortunately,
sense. That kind of makes
it,
sense.
it yeah, I mean it did speak, but still. So yeah, it's now no longer Game Pass for PC or Xbox Game Pass for PC. It's PC Game Pass. It doesn't matter for me. I'm on Game Pass Ultimate,
Which
which
is
doesn't
both.
care whether it's Xbox, yeah, or PC. It's just both plus Xbox Live. So that works out.
Yeah, I think
So
that's what Sapphire's on.
yeah, it's a good thing for a couple of quid more a month.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
I had Xbox Game Pass for the $1 the month,
Mm,
and I tried playing Minecraft Dungeons on it, and then decided I didn't feel like playing it anymore, so I just got rid of it.
no, oh dear, need more than just
Perky's
Minecraft
learning a
Dungeon. But there are some.
language.
Oh, no, God,
Soon he'll be the
you'd
best
think.
Englishman ever.
What have we started, Terry? What's
Oh dear.
it's all bad. By the way, on that, if you're wanting to get like details or like stats from the first couple of weeks before I clear the spreadsheet, you probably best look into it.
Oh yes, thank you for that.
So that's just a an important thing. Right, final bit of news then for the week, and then we can wrap this podcast up, and hopefully the AI can get out of Stefan's head. Henry Cavill is,
Yeah, that's the one.
Hollywood's is currently taking over Vin Diesel as Hollywood's biggest nerd.
But what about D and Diesel?
D and Diesel, nice. Is that actually what he's called, or is that just something that you've just named him?
No, he joined the Critical Role team, who's
Oh,
uh
yeah, I
Geek and
know it's a
Sundry,
critical role though. Yeah,
and he actually played a game of D&D for with them, and everybody
and
called
is
it
that
D
what
and
they just
Diesel.
called it, D and Diesel?
Yeah,
Nice, nice. I don't know how we can do that with Henry Cavill. How does that work? Henry Cavill?
I have no idea.
Henroll Cavill? It doesn't really work, but
It doesn't work with
yeah,
D&D. We'd have to find something
yeah,
else.
he's been around a bit. He was on the Graham Norton show last week, where he put Graham Norton in his place because he was talking about, oh, you build models, do you? World of was it Warcraft models? And then it just cuts to just Henry Cavill. He just goes, no, no, it's Warhammer.
Huh.
So yeah, he's been around, geeking out. He's part of The Witcher. He was in, he was Superman. I mean, still technically is if the Warner Brothers DC universe actually gets its head out of his own arse. Um, and yeah, he did the shirtless build of his own gaming PC, which he then
As
played
he would.
Witcher 3 on, and then yeah, builds Warhammer models. And now, according to Eurogamer, he's interested in wanting to be in a Mass Effect TV series. I could only assume he would want to be Commander Shepard.
Probably.
Um, yeah, because this comes out according to Eurogamer. It's back in February, he shared an Instagram post with a blurred out script that people were going, oh, Mass Effect, right? Mass Effect. Um, Nothing happened further from that, but he was asked by Games Radar magazine, or the website Games Radar, if he would be interested in starring in the Mass Effect TV show, and basically, well, his quote, if you want to paraphrase it, is yes, please.
Yes, please.
Um, if the series has found a home. And the last bit on that is that Amazon Studios were looking to pick up the rights for the Mass Effect TV series.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Um, not everyone who worked on Mass Effect was happy with the idea though. According to the last line of the article, former BioWare writer David Gader said the idea made him cringe. I
Why would
I
it
mean,
make him cringe?
well, I guess I, I mean, I could look into the other article on that, but I guess, in my personal opinion on it, the tough thing about making an adaptation of something like Mass Effect is that choice was such a big part of the game that trying to establish a canon, unless you made it an interactive show, which then is its own, it's got its own problems. I
It's
can I
still
can kind of
like,
see where that would come along. I mean, and some people could argue, well, it doesn't really matter about choice being made. There was really no choice at the end of the game, was there? It was like, yeah, yeah, okay, fair enough. All the choices that you made in the game, it all came down to push green lever, push red lever, push blue lever.
push all the levers.
Oh, well, don't push any lever. There was a fourth ending. Shoot the person who gave you the choice of the levers. That was an ending.
Huh.
But, know, they could do it right. And, streaming services, generally, popularity of shows can come through. I mean, I never really got into The Witcher. I watched one episode and I went, uh, shall I watch episode two? And that was a year and a half ago.
In other words, no.
Yeah, pretty much. Look, I watched one episode of Squid Game. I know Squid Game now.
You've only watched one episode of it?
One episode.
Hey,
Red light, green light.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole thing.
I keep saying I'll get round to watching the rest myself. Me and Martin watched it. Martin didn't think Martin's, he was on the idea. I've watched one episode.
Yeah,
I
well,
can see what the fuss. I can see what the fuss was about. I just don't know if it's my fuss.
it's like me. Like I watched every episode of Game of Thrones except for the very last
Mm.
episode.
Is there a reason why?
No, I just didn't want to watch the last episode at that time, and I never got back to it.
Ah,
I
right.
still have not seen the very last episode of Game of Thrones. And I'm like, I should really watch that. And now everything has told me pretty much what's gonna happen, and I barely
Mm.
remember the whole story of it too. So like, it's almost like I'd have to go back and watch the whole thing all over again. But
And are
I'm
you
not
ready
doing
for
that.
that?
That's way too fucking long.
Fair enough. Oh dear me. So yeah, you know what? If there is a Mass Effect TV show, it may end up becoming an Immaterial Gamers review. What we do have to realize is
4 hour
also
review.
what was announced. No,
4 hour review.
no,
4 hour each episode.
nope, no. We're learning from that. We need to be more concise. Pick and choose what you want to talk about.
Yeah, you
Um,
if you're whoever you're doing it with, actually have a conversation with before and figure out what you want to talk about.
mm, yeah.
What parts stood out.
hmm But what will happen? And I need to speak with Steph about this because this may end up becoming Immaterial Gamers tradition. The official announcement of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie was also announced at the Game Awards.
Was it?
Yeah, Idris Elba is Knuckles.
I didn't see
We
the
we knew
first
that
one.
already, but they brought everyone in, and it's out globally April the 8th. So it's not as funny as as what me and Steph did with watching the first one, where we watched it on Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cute. You guys went on a Valentine's Day date together.
I so mine was like saying it should have just come out on April the 1st, but no, April the 8th, and yeah, we'll have to make a date of it. Just make it its tradition. Just watch it when it comes out, but we may just review it this time. Video game related, it works, right?
See, I think you guys have to go on Valentine's Day again.
But
You gotta make
it's
that.
not out on
No,
Valentine's
you
Day.
have to wait until it's in theaters on Valentine's Day
But
because
it's
it's your
not gonna be.
Valentine's. It's your Valentine's date.
Well, just me and Steph on Valentine's Day just go and watch another film.
Yep. Every Valentine's Day, you guys have to watch a film, preferably the
Look, we've got a
Sonic
busy
films.
we got a busy 2 weeks already. We've got to find a way of watching the new Spider-Man film and the new Matrix film before the country locks down again.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to bring it down to the end of it, but
All right.
anyway, we should probably wrap
Think.
this up then
Yeah.
before I end up crying in a corner.
I think that's all the news,
It is all the news.
and it's starting to get dark here. So just in
Yeah,
time.
you know
I'm
what?
slowly losing
I'm
all
just
my
gonna
light.
reset. I'm gonna reset the light switch. There we go. Has been circling all 8 colors that it can do,
Yeah.
11 colors that it could do,
All
all
right.
podcast. So
So
yeah, let's take us out.
if you like what you see, like, follow, subscribe. We have YouTube, everything. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Is it?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We don't have a TikTok yet because we're old.
Yeah. We're too old for that. And
hmm
audio versions of this podcast are available everywhere you get a podcast. So
Yes,
if you,
including Google Play now.
I pretty sure I found it on Google Play before.
No, I officially claimed it on Google Play
Oh,
last
okay.
week.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I found it there, but either
Well,
way,
yeah, it's
yeah.
officially there now.
If you
I've just
find
done
anywhere
official.
else that you can't seem to find us, let us know, and
Yeah.
I'll yell at Ryan.
Okay.
All right, everybody. See you later.
Peace.